Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the JSN Podcast. Guys, why don't you say hi?
Well,
Hi.
this is hi.
All right, excellent.
What, wait, what were you going to say? What were you
we're,
gonna say?
we're on to a great start.
This is the second episode without a guest, so that's
oh.
pretty cool.
Yeah, actually. I mean, Jay spoiled it. Like some spoiling games. Yeah, we don't have a guest today. Just us. Sorry. But today we're gonna be talking about
You can read the title. The title says we have a guest. That's pretty useful.
Yeah, that is a fair point. I hope that our listeners don't even need to be able to read. If they can just press a picture and then listen to our podcast. So technically they don't really need the ability to read in order to. All right, point still is.
Does anybody need the ability to read?
Yeah, wait a second.
Yeah.
This is what our podcast should actually be about. Whether being literate is needed in modern society.
No.
That'd be a fun thing to talk about, honestly.
But today we're gonna be talking about.
You know what? No, we're talking about that. We're talking about that. No,
Yeah, can we switch gears?
Nico's gotten muted.
What?
No, I'm joking.
What?
But today we're talking about E3 and about sort of the highlights of it. What we thought of the main parts of each of the conferences. So I guess we can get started then. So we're gonna do it chronologically too. So whatever we're gonna do them based off the sequences of the conferences. So we can start off with Xbox. So what did you guys think of the Xbox conference, Microsoft?
Wait, if we're going chronologically, doesn't that mean that EA's first?
No, EA was after.
Also,
It goes Xbox, Bethesda, Ubisoft, EA, Square, then Nintendo.
Really?
also,
Yeah.
EA doesn't really make good games. So
we will get to that. We will get to that when we get to EA.
Okay.
So let's start off with Xbox. So what do you guys think of the Xbox conference? The Microsoft
what is Game
one?
Pass even supposed to be? I'm really confused.
Okay, so
what is
actu-
the point?
So actually, I actually am a fan of bringing Game Pass to PC because sorry, Jay, not everybody can afford spending $40 on a game every freaking week. Okay. No, but actually, for $10 a month, having access to a huge library of games to play, they have a ton of stuff. They have Tomb Raider, Forza, Halo, all that stuff. So for people who don't need the latest games, who just want games to play, spending $10 a month to have access to a huge library of a lot of really good and critically acclaimed games, it's just a nice thing to have. You know what I mean?
All right, but
It's
Salaar,
actually pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm a
I
fan
think
of
you're
it.
missing something important from the equation. You pirate games, so
Okay,
you have
okay,
access to
okay.
all those games. in the
Okay,
first
okay.
place.
No. I'm saying for people who have morals, right? No, of course for me individually, I don't really have a need for it, but I think it is actually a really great thing that it's actually the one really impressive marketing or impressive feature that Xbox or Microsoft has, in my opinion, that they have a bundle that gives you Xbox Live Gold, Game Pass for PC and for Xbox for $15 a month, which is incredible. If you're in the whole Microsoft suite and you use an Xbox and you use a PC, I mean, I don't know why you'd use both, but that's a fantastic deal, and I was really impressed by that. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys, either of you have Game Pass?
No.
Oh.
That would require having an Xbox.
And fuck Microsoft. So I'm not getting it.
Don't you run Windows?
Hmm?
You run Windows.
Oh fuck.
Sad gaming moment right there.
Okay, wait one sec.
No, I just don't like the idea of another launcher. That's the other thing, because you have to run through Xbox's launcher.
Yeah,
which is yikes.
I just smashed my Windows and now I'm back.
Why?
on my Mac.
Okay, good.
But I mean, I guess, but I don't really mind, dude. I mean, getting to play a gigantic library of really good games. They have awesome games like Dead Cells, Hollow Knight, like indie games too. It's a huge, it's Shovel Knight's on there even. It's
Wait a second. Who remembers GameFly?
oh
God.
god, GameFly. No, but
Okay,
this is pretty
that's
much
just
better
GameFly.
This is better GameFly and
Yeah.
way
The
cheaper.
same way that Netflix went from mailing DVDs to your house to streaming.
I guess the
It
one thing
kinda
it
went from-
does is it also completely removes the argument that consoles get free games, therefore they're better, because it's just wrong.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah, no, what's it called? This is literally just Netflix but for games, which is in my opinion even better because like games first of all just have a lot more time you can sink a lot more time into like a single game than you can most movies, you know what I mean? So like
Wait, so do you keep them forever?
no, you keep them for as long as you're subscribed to the service. It's like Netflix. You've infinite you know unlimited
okay.
access
Oh,
to
wait,
the
so
movies. Yeah.
it doesn't just like change every month?
I mean, I'm sure like they cycle some games, but like the main games, like Xbox
Oh.
exclusives, they stay available. Like Forza and
Oh.
Tomb Raider and like Halo, like they'll always be available.
Cool. Good.
Yeah, like it's
On one hand,
yeah.
I'm not entirely sure if that's profitable, but on the other hand,
It's
I
almost
don't-
definitely not. Like,
I don't.
if I was a
on the
game
other hand,
producer,
I think it might be them trying to recover losses because I don't think anybody like. I think because the Xbox One kind of failed
Mhm.
and nobody bought the exclusives, this is them kind of like trying to make up for that. Because
Yeah.
no one bought Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
Wait, was that an Xbox One exclusive?
I'm pretty sure.
no, it wasn't. I've seen it on PC. It's not exclusive.
Well,
Xbox
well,
doesn't
well,
have an exclusive, I don't think.
Xbox exclusives, like, I mean, if they're on PC, that doesn't really count because it's still Microsoft. Like, Xbox exclusive means more like not on Nintendo or Sony. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I disagree. I think that specifically talking about the Xbox One is a failure requires
yeah.
also talking about how they don't have exclusives for it anymore. So you
That's-
can just
that-
get a
oh, yeah.
PC
Yeah,
at that point.
that's more or less true. I mean, like, they're
Yeah,
having
'cause
a,
they couldn't afford them.
they're getting a pretty big exclusive soon. I mean, Halo Infinite. So I mean, are either of you fans of Halo?
I have friends who are, but
Mm.
no.
I had a moment where I was a really big fan, but then Halo 4 and 5 came out and I just didn't give any shits anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I was a big fan of like when like I played Halo Reach like a lot, and I was
Mhm.
when I was like much younger, like I played like a lot of Halo because you know my friends had the game, but honestly, I'm not like that. Like I don't like really care too much about like Halo Infinite. Like honestly, the graphics were really underwhelming. Like was it just me or like it looked like a freaking
They did
PS3
show any
game?
gameplay, I thought.
Like-
I
like-
thought it was just a cinematic.
Yeah, I mean it was a cinematic, and even that was like mediocre. I'm pretty sure that like was like a gameplay cinematic though, like a cutscene.
Oh.
Yeah, and like it looked bad. Like especially like compared to like the Modern Warfare remakes, like that looks like so good. You know what I mean? Or the new Modern Warfare, whatever it is, remaster, remake, like reboot, whatever. But yeah, I mean like I mean what I am excited for though is for like the Halo like all them all coming to PC. Like that's what I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'll totally pick them up.
Honestly, for Halo, I just feel like after Reach, really, I just don't really consider them Halo games anymore. It's sort of the same way I feel about the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Like, according to the people who make them, they're all in the same canon, all in the same universe. But really, I just feel like everything that came out after Reach just really does not
Okay,
feel
but
like it's canon.
it
doesn't-
not like I really
What?
don't think that that the opinion of an individual matters because it's not like that person determines the canon at
Well,
all.
I'm not saying I determine the canon, but what I'm saying is I feel like it just doesn't. They don't feel like they belong.
But it's kind of an objective fact that they are part of the universe.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you can say that, but it doesn't feel that way. You know what? You can say objectively it is, but subjectively not. It doesn't matter. The point is, they're still shitty games, and no one bought them. And they're still
If you can say something objectively, then subjectivity does not matter in any sense.
I don't know. I think Nico is like I mean like it might just be out of like just the fact that like we just stopped playing them, but like I don't know. I feel the same way with like the Call of Duty games like past like Black Ops 2. You know what I mean? Like it just after that like they just stopped feeling like part of the. I don't know. Maybe because we just grew out of them. You know what I mean? But like,
I agree with that more.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
personally, the only game where that's not true is like Fallout New Vegas.
yeah,
And even then, people aren't like saying the future games shouldn't be canon. It's just that they're saying they're not good,
yeah.
which
Like,
is not wrong.
but what about Project Scarlet? Are any of you guys gonna like even considering getting it? I mean, I know we all play on
God, no.
PC,
No.
so like, So I mean, we all play on PC, so I don't think like we're really console people.
Do they
Period.
even like have the actual specs for it other than 8K, 120 FPS, SSD, etc.?
No, not really. They didn't have anything in depth, but like, okay. Also, like, does that sound like realizable? Like, that doesn't sound possible to me. Like you need to spend like $4,000 on like a PC to get those kind of like
No, you don't. No, you don't.
How,
No.
how
You
can
can do it for 1,000 pretty easily.
1,000?
It's gonna be an expensive console.
120
Okay,
FPS.
8K 30 is not hard to run. First of all,
8K 30 FPS.
yeah, 8K 30 is not that hard to run.
Oh,
in
yeah,
comparison,
yeah, I mean,
especially when you're running on
okay.
console graphics, because console graphics are not similar to Ultra.
Yeah, no, but it's 8K 120.
It's not 8K one. No, they never said 8K 120 at the same time. They said 8K and 120.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you make a fair point, but like that'd be like some pretty terrible like false advertising.
No, it
It was
wouldn't
just
be.
me.
No,
But
it's not false advertising. That's people not knowing how to read. There's a difference.
I mean, honestly, I'm just not a big fan of Project Scarlet. And speaking of things, I'm not a. What were you gonna say, Nico?
I was just gonna say, you know, when the Xbox One came out, well, after they got rid of the Kinect thing and the Xbox One came out, after they got rid of the Kinect, and Halo Master Chief Collection was coming out, I was like, I was like, you know what, Halo's gonna come back. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna get Xbox One instead of PS4. And man, I fucking regret it every single time I boot that piece of shit up. And
Dude.
I don't give a fuck if Project Scarlet is any good. They dicked me over once.
Yeah, you're
not
not getting it again.
I'm not getting it. Even if it's good, I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Because like, isn't it so sad to think how hard they dropped the ball on the Xbox One?
Oh, for sure.
That now people like me aren't even considering their next console.
Yeah, no, it's insane. I mean, honestly, speaking of dropping the freaking ball, Fallout 76. I mean, Bethesda, like, Fallout 76 is so abysmal. That game needs to be freaking taken out into the trash. They tried at the conference to talk about like how Fallout has like impacted people and like made positive impacts in their lives, and like they literally just like jerked themselves off for like a 10-minute video. It's so, and like Todd Howard's so unapologetic.
Fuck yeah.
He's literally
Fuck yeah. We added Battle Royale to Fallout 76.
we're adding actual
Fuck.
NPCs, like the thing that you guys expect at the most basic level in a
Like,
Fallout game.
congratulations.
Like,
That's the basic thing that makes Fallout games good.
Yeah,
and
like-
you didn't have them.
Yeah,
Guess
like,
what? We added dialogue.
like he literally has like just now added features that are like basic, like the most basic features of like previous Fallout games. Like,
Oh,
yeah, it's
also, I don't want to backtrack, but Project Scarlet is actually 2 systems. So
It's 2?
technically it's a high-end and a low-end one. That's why they're going to be able to support that, that the specs.
all
They
right.
weren't talking about the low-end one, only the high-end one with the, with the 8K 120 FPS
Yeah,
stuff.
point is, it's still gonna be garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, no. But yeah, like Bethesda's conference, they should have just not talked about like Fallout 76. I literally would have preferred them like not say a single word in it, than them try and like excuse them. Like, oh, by the way, like I don't know if you guys like read like the interviews, but like Todd Howard like knew fully well that like the game wasn't in a good place to like release, and he still did it. Like, he didn't care.
Okay, look, Todd Howard is still a god, and
I
we
mean, he's a
can't like
god,
No,
disrespect him.
no,
I don't
no,
know.
no. He's fallen.
No,
no.
He's the
He's a
morning
fallen
star.
god.
He's the morning star.
Do you guys remember a time 5 years ago when Bethesda could do no wrong? Like literally every single game that Bethesda announced, like people would just assume would be good.
Yeah.
Like
I remember. That was nice.
and then it just
Oh.
fell.
Wait, okay. So that reminds me, and this is a bit off topic, but speaking of companies that can do literally no wrong, CD Projekt Red.
Oh, CD Projekt Red.
Oh, yeah.
What's that called? The new Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk 2077.
2077. That looks like really, dude. Keanu Reeves. Oh my god, dude. I'm so hyped for Keanu Reeves, dude. Okay. Side note: go watch John Wick 3 Fire movie. Watch all the John Wicks Fire movies.
God,
He's
I
not
want
sponsored or
Keanu-
anything. None of us are sponsored,
Yeah.
but they're good.
I want Keanu Reeves to make love to me.
Dude, no, literally. Also, he's just like the best person ever. Like,
Although I know that he doesn't make love to anyone. He's a respectful man, and for that I will respect his wishes. But still, if he ever changes his mind, he has my permission to bed me.
Dude, Keanu
Oh,
Reeves.
God.
Keanu Reeves is literally like I like did not really care for Cyberpunk before. Like I was like, okay, it's just gonna be like another like like another typical adventure game. You know what I mean? Like action adventure game, right? Like it just set in like a more unique, punky world. But like after this this like conference, I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm really excited for it. What about you guys?
They've
I've
spent
been
what
excited.
6 years developing this game now.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
No, it's been much longer. I
Yeah.
thought.
Hold on.
When did
Was
they
it-
make the announcement trailer?
Hold on. Well, it's releasing in 2020, and development apparently started the end of Witcher 3, which
Oh, wow, that's
was
insane.
2016. So it's only been
No,
3 years.
15. Also, no, they released the first announcement trailer was released beginning of 2013.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was, but it was only in pre-production after the end of Witcher 3.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Blood and Wine deal, yeah.
Okay.
The
But
Blood and Wine expansion pack specifically.
yeah. But I mean, yeah. But I mean, overall, I'm pretty excited. But back to Bethesda. Do you guys play
Can we-
Doom?
No,
Doom?
but I know it's a good series.
Oh, I
used to
played
play
Doom.
it.
I
I
played
used to play it on an emulated iPad when I
Oh,
was
like the
5.
original.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
dude,
was a weird.
that was
that was-
a freaking lit game. But you played Doom 2016, right, Nico?
Yeah.
Are you excited for Doom Eternal?
Yeah, I'm not as excited as everybody else,
Hmm.
but I just think it's a fun game that I'm really excited to get back into. I'm
Yeah.
not like over the moon excited, like screaming excited, like I know some people are,
Yeah.
because I don't know. I get screaming excited over games like Cyberpunk, I guess, or
Mhm.
like
That are
I
like
don't
more
know.
interesting and like unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying Doom Eternal isn't unique. I think it looks extremely fun, but I don't know. It's just something like when it comes out, I'm gonna be like, yeah, like I'll drop the money on it, and I'll
Yeah.
play it, and I'll have a lot of fun.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I that's kind of my issue with it. Like, it looks amazing. I mean, it's Doom, it's gonna be fantastic. But like, it just felt like more of the same, right? Like, I feel like I could replay Doom 1 and like put a few mods in there, and I'd get to play Doom Eternal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
They did more about the mobility this time.
yeah,
It-
but like.
but I mean, it was still really good in Doom 2016.
Oh, for sure. That's my point. Like Doom 2016 was so good that like I like Doom Eternal. Like all it's gonna do is like a bunch of like quality of life changes. Like maybe like a few new cool like gimmicks or like abilities, etc. But like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not like you said. Like I agree. I'm not over like the moon hyped as I am for other stuff. But like I still think it looks pretty fun. I might end up like maybe picking it up and not pirating it. Maybe. But I mean,
Wow,
obviously,
okay.
I'll have to see.
That's an achievement. Okay, that's really special.
Oh god.
But
Uh,
speaking of games that are not worth pirating, or speaking of games that are not worth buying and are worth somewhat pirating, what do you guys think about the new Watch Dogs announcement?
Okay, look, I
No,
don't think
no,
you can,
don't.
you can't roast Watch Dogs like that. That's not fair to it. Like,
Okay,
that's
I
just not
I
fair.
don't know. I'm just not like everybody like respects Watch Dogs so much, and like every time I just sort of have a bad taste in my mouth because like they like promise like such good PC specs and stuff like that, and like graphics, and they just never like each time like in both 1 and 2 they just screwed over PC and didn't care, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like
No, that's true.
that,
That's true.
that it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like the games are fun when they run well, you know what I mean? But like they just so clearly don't care about like an entire section of their audience that like it just sort of bothers me a little bit. But I mean, what do you guys think about the new game?
Maybe they might remedy that this time. I think I'm really excited for it. I think I haven't really played entirely through the old ones. The first one was obviously very mediocre. The second one, from what I understand, from what I have played of it, is really fun though. I feel like as they go more and more on, I remember when the first one was like this dark and brooding story and kind of world you were in. I think they've realized more and more that people don't really give a shit about that, and they just want to have fun, and they've really like leaned into it this time with like the whole like you can play as a granny. Just like it's just they're getting more and more ridiculous and just kind of making it more of a playground for you and less of and less about like the serious story about privacy or whatnot.
Okay, that's because games as a media for making argument are kind of like not necessarily that good because player choice inherently like detracts from what you can say unless
So-
you
so-
constrain it a lot.
It
Jay-
depends on the game. It depends on the game. I don't think in an open world game you can really make a statement outside of like satire, like what GTA 5 and Red Dead 2 do.
Mhm.
But
I mean, okay, what is GTA 5's message? Just sorry for the segue, but what is it?
Fuck America.
Yeah, literally this. It's just that people are crazy and stupid and all assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is no, it's not even entirely wrong though, which is the funniest part.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's also not entirely correct. Like-
it's good enough.
Mm.
It's good enough for a game. But Jay,
fun.
did you play the either of the first two Watch Dogs?
No, I just know that there are some people who quite like them in yeah.
But
And I
People
don't
like
know.
people like the first one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I heard a lot of people like the second, but like, I just didn't even play the second because I was like, yeah, I don't care for it if they're not gonna like respect PC players. If I'm not gonna have it like run like moderately well, then I'm just not gonna play it.
Okay, listen, about the first one. I'm gonna live in Chicago for the next 4 years of my life. And to be honest, even then, I don't know who the fuck wants to play in an open world of Chicago.
Well, it's a very dangerous world. You should know that.
Yeah, no, I know that. But
No,
still, it's just like streets. Like
yeah,
I'm like
yeah,
a fucking
like-
bean. I'm like a bean. What, you have a
Okay, but
river?
the bean is cool. Okay, don't diss the bean.
Hey, I've been to the bean twice, and yes, it is very cool. But have you seen the bean in Watch Dogs?
Oh god, no
Did
god.
they make the bean look bad?
Wait,
I'm gonna send you
wait,
the image.
Did the second game also take place in Chicago?
No, it was San Fran.
Oh.
It was the Bay Area.
Mm. But
Wait, so where's the third game set?
London.
oh god, cigarette smoke
Ugh.
everywhere. Just gonna get
No,
inside
it's-
all the technology.
It's post Brexit London. Wait, I'm
Post Brexit London, so it's just
Yeah.
a pile of rubble. What like what?
Okay, look.
Oh my god, it's not effective! No! This game needs ray tracing. This game needs ray tracing
yeah,
just for the bean.
No, dude, yeah, Watch Dogs 1 was abysmal. But speaking of games that used to be abysmal and not anymore, the new Rainbow Six, like I think like the new like operation thing got announced.
Okay,
right?
whoa.
It's not
Implying that
Operation.
Rainbow Six was ever abysmal is just wrong. Like,
Oh no, it was Jay when it came out. Are you serious? Did you play it when it came
No.
out?
Rainbow has always been relatively
No,
good.
Rainbow when it came out
Yes.
was freaking bad, dude. No one played that game.
No. People didn't play it, but that doesn't mean it was bad. If I remember correctly, it just didn't have enough content.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, you're right, but like it pulled like a Fallout 76, where like when it just came out, it just was incomplete. You know what I mean? Not even like necessarily bad. It just wasn't a complete game, and like so, and also like it needed like a lot of polish.
Yeah. Like, still good on them. Like, they totally brought it. Like,
oh for sure.
It totally replaced CS:GO and like.
It didn't
Absolutely.
replace it. It just really supplanted it. It's
Yeah.
like somewhere between CS:GO and Battlefield in a series, in my
Well,
in my opinion.
okay. Here's the major thing it did. People used to take CS:GO seriously. Then as soon as R6 came out, like now CS:GO is just trollers and memers.
Yeah.
Like no one cares about that game anymore.
But yeah,
I'm gonna piss so many people off, but like I don't care. I used to care about the game, but now I don't.
I didn't watch the Ubisoft their presentation. So what did they announce for R6?
Okay, it's a different game. It's a 3-player co-op mode. Or it's a different
Oh.
game entirely. 3-player co-op game where it's just the zombies part of
Wait,
of the
there's
event last year.
zombies in R6?
Yeah, that was the event last year.
Oh,
It might not be zombies. What was it called? It was called it. What did they call it
the
before?
quarantine. That's
It was
what
called
you think it's called.
Outbreak before. Technically, it was mutants,
Hmm.
not zombies, but it was basically a zombie game. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
No,
Oh.
dude, okay, yeah,
I don't care about zombies.
yeah, dude,
It's
zombies
not actually.
freaking scare
It's just
me.
a shooter. Like, it's a shooter game with realistic mechanics. It's kind of fun.
Do I have to pay more money for it?
About that.
Yeah, then no, I'm not getting it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I probably won't either because they might even have Outbreak as an event again, which would be cool.
Yeah. No, what's it called? Like, I'm not a big fan of zombies, so I don't know. I'm not really like, I don't
It's
really
not
care for.
actually zombies.
No,
It's just
okay. Even then, like zombie-esque like game modes. I mean, like horde battle game modes. Unless it's freaking
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors, then I don't mind it. But like,
Chuck. What?
but I'm not a big fan of like the wave form like horde game modes, like just like mowing down hordes of mindless creatures. Like I'm just not a big fan of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, zombie games are really
Okay, I
cool.
will say though they're adding new ops for the mode, and it's a lot of gunplay and tactics and such. So
Yeah.
it might be fun. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll probably try it.
I mean, is it like a separate, like an entire separate game, or is it like a game
It's a
mode?
completely separate game.
Oh, so like you.
Three-person co-op.
I'm
Oh,
not
so
into
like,
that.
oh, okay, that's kind of weird. I mean, I might try it out. Maybe if they have like a free weekend, I'll try it out. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Doesn't
have a free
really appeal
weekend.
to me.
Do you remember how last year, like that Walking Dead game from the people who made Payday 2 came out, and just no one gave a shit?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The people who made Payday 2, like deadass, made an entire Walking Dead game, and everyone forgot about it within like 2 days. It was so bad. I'm
Dude.
sick and tired of zombie games.
Yeah.
And then what was that other one that came out? Days Gone. That like
DayZ. It's wait no.
No,
It's
Days
Days
Gone.
Yeah, no, Days Gone was like its own other thing. That's the point. They're all
I
so
haven't even heard
forgettable.
of that.
They're all so
It-
forgettable. Yeah.
Days Gone. just kind of,
Honestly, okay, wait. Do you guys consider Left 4 Dead 2 a zombie game?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh well.
Yes. It's also forgettable and not that fun. It's okay.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
it's-
Also, like 5 people play it. So. but-
Okay. No, that's.
Left 4 Dead 2, it's pretty
Are you
fun,
saying
but
that more than 5 people play Left 4 Dead
No,
2,
here's the
Nico?
thing. It's a great game. And the time and when it came out, it was like the bomb. But like,
oh, for sure. No, you're right.
Okay, but we still
like,
know
it's
people
just-
who play it. I don't know why they still play it.
no, don't knock him. Don't knock him. I just think, like, definitely the community has died out. But I still think
That's
it's a
true.
great game.
That's true. I mean, it is still a good game. I don't know. It's just like my issue is also like they're just the genre is so oversaturated. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's like the only like zombie games like I like that stand out in my mind are like The Last of Us and like Resident Evil, and like that's it. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
yeah.
Resident Evil has years of history, and
Yeah,
Last of Us is barely about the zombies.
yeah. Like I mean, Last of Us is just like a masterpiece in general. So like that,
Yeah.
like that's the point. It's like even like the exceptional zombie games are like not even exceptional because of the zombies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. Like the Walking Dead Telltale series is like kind of cool, but like that's not
Did
even
they
like,
not
really a
finish it?
game. It's not even really a game. It's like a show that you click
Didn't-
on.
Didn't they not finish it?
I don't know.
I think-
I didn't I didn't
I
watch
think
like
that-
later chapters.
No, I thought like the developer closed before they finished it, so they had to like end it
Oh
early.
yeah, no, you're right. I remember that. Yeah, like yeah, you're right.
That's a shit show.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to play those games religiously. Like
Mhm.
even season 2 where a lot of people dropped off. Like I loved season 2. I played Michonne, but then Last Frontier I just couldn't get through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but so I didn't watch the EA conference either. Did you guys? Either of you?
Wait, I just want to say real quick.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do we just want to mention Ghost Recon Breakpoint? Because I don't know.
I guess. I mean, Ghost Recon is
know.
also like one of the Ghost Recon is like Splinter Cell. It's like one of those franchises that's like it's like just people with like people with guns. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
really,
it doesn't deserve much like discussion. There's
Yeah.
not much to talk about with
Yeah.
the game.
yeah. But
People liked Wildlands, I guess.
oh yeah. I mean, Wildlands was like cool, but again, like these games that don't have like a lot of personality or character to them. You know what I mean? Like it's just like if they like did something like more interesting or like really made themselves stand out. Like games like Cyberpunk are like they have their own like identity, right? Like they're brimming with character even through like trailers. Like those entire games through gameplay didn't have as much character as like as like a screenshot of Cyberpunk. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. But
Okay, well, we were getting to EA, and
Yeah.
they have a Star Wars game,
I
and
so
this makes me so happy.
I mean.
Ooh, you might not like what I have to say.
So I mean, I'm not a big Star Wars guy either, and I'm not a big EA guy, so I don't really have much to say. So you guys can sort of take it away.
I'm kind of a big Star Wars guy, but I don't get me wrong, I really want a single player Star Wars game. I just don't think it looked that great. Sorry.
Okay, look, I see that. I completely disagree, but that's fine.
But why do you disagree? Like, why does it look good?
Because the setting
Wow,
is really good.
Giving him the burden of the argument.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I mean, he does have the burden of proof because the status quo is that it looks bad. Like,
I mean,
so,
from the two of you, but most people seem to think it's a reasonably good game. Anyways.
no, but I mean, Jay, like, I mean, we're here to discuss it. Like, I mean, what about it looks so good
I
to
was
you?
getting to it. In any case, the reason why I think it'll be a reasonably good game is because, first of all, the setting is fantastic. Second of all, like, generally speaking, just lightsaber play has always been a good part of the old Star Wars single player games.
Mhm.
And if they can get that at all right, and of course we can't see that from cinematics or even really gameplay without controls, then it's going to be a really nice game.
Okay, so here's where I directly am opposed to you. I don't think the combat looks good at all. It kind of reminds me of Dark Souls, except extremely easy.
Okay,
and therefore no fun. It looks like it just looks kind of sluggish and not really, I don't know what the right word is. Like, it doesn't flow nicely, and it looks sort of like Dark Souls, but it doesn't have like that it doesn't look difficult enough to warrant a lot of strategy. It just kind of looks like you slowly approach a new guy and just what am I going to use to kill this one? Like,
I mean, we shall see, but I'm also into Star Wars for the universe that it's in, so
that's
I
fair.
kind of at least know about the game.
Mhm.
Also, it's not like the old Knights of the Old Republic games looked especially hard, and they kind of weren't, but they were just fun because who doesn't want to kill people with a lightsaber? Like,
I don't know. I'm just more like scared. I mean, literally, if it was with any other like publisher, I would like be inclined to like try it. But like, I don't trust EA for anything, dude.
Yeah.
I was about to like buy like when they announced Anthem, I was gonna pre-order it, but then like I was like, dude, EA is gonna screw it up somehow, and I didn't do it. And like I had friends who did, right? And like, look what
okay,
happened.
well,
The game.
technically EA isn't making the game.
You know, the publisher.
EA more than any other publisher really sticks their hands into development.
they I mean like EA didn't make Anthem, BioWare did, and BioWare was fantastic. But like
EA controlled them so
exactly,
hard
yeah,
through that entire process.
That's the point. It's like EA like always like forces in like random monetization schemes and like forces in like a bunch of microtransactions and like EA like makes the games unbearable, which is like I just feel bad because like I mean you got
Okay, but
like
question: do you think Apex was unbearable?
I mean not necessarily, but like Apex was also free to play.
The only reason I think Apex is good is because I don't think EA really gave a shit about it until it came out, and
that's not even true. Apex was just as involved with that as they were with the other games that they published.
I disagree because if they were, they would have marketed it more. It just dropped. Like if they thought the game had any potential, they would have actually marketed it whatsoever. Like pre-release. I mean, yeah, like
I mean, kind of, but it's also just not that big of a franchise. And saying, "Hey, we moved to Battle Royale but it's in the Titanfall universe," it's not that interesting. It's not going to move sales, or it's
I
not
guess,
going to move
but
games.
EA doesn't care about what's interesting. They care about what makes money.
Yeah, but you're not going to make money by saying, "Hey, we made a Battle Royale set in the Titanfall universe," especially at, like the height of the Battle Royales are bad fever from the I don't know how to say this, but like.
Fortnite.
I don't know. Well, yeah, but it was a reaction to Fortnite and the perception that Fortnite was only played by
losers,
children.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't trust EA. I really want to. I really like want to hope that this game is gonna be good, and I do hope that like it'll end up being good. Cause like if it's a good Star Wars game, then like I'll totally try it. But like Battlefront 2, both like riddled with microtransactions and like grind fest.
Didn't
you know
they
what I mean?
specifically promise no microtransactions for this game though?
Oh yeah, but they also promised no microtransactions. I can't remember. It was like another game. They like promised like no microtransactions, and they had like a bunch of cosmetic like loot boxes. Like
Maybe they learned.
No, it was a game like that, like recently. I'll find it later and send it to you guys. But yeah, like
Okay, but also, who really cares about cosmetics? Like as a microtransaction, I personally don't.
But if you
You'd
say
be surprised.
You'd
be surprised.
yeah,
A
no,
lot of people really care and will sink money into it. Listen, it doesn't matter what you're gambling for. Like gambling addiction,
it
gets
does
some
them
people
anyway.
like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Some people, gambling addiction, it doesn't matter what they're gambling for. Gambling addiction will get them like you wouldn't believe.
And not just that, but like saying no microtransactions, like that means no cosmetic microtransactions. Like you
Oh no, you're not
just,
wrong. You're not wrong at all. But at the same time, I just don't particularly care if there are cosmetic microtransactions.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but yeah, overall, I mean, EA just like I hope the new Star Wars game ends up being good. And honestly, speaking of games that I hope end up being good, Square Enix presented Avengers A Day. So what do you guys think about this?
What is this supposed to be?
The reception hasn't been great.
I agree. I don't know what it is.
So Avengers A Day is pretty much so it's like imagine like Spider-Man PS4, but like you play as the Avengers and it's like in the Avengers like it goes through like the course of events of like the Avengers dealing with like some kind of
we get the premise of it. We just don't understand like what type of a game it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like an action adventure game, like very like just
but like
typical.
What's gameplay like?
I don't know, like. I mean, like I said, it's like Spider-Man PS4, where you just use the powers of the people you play as to like deal with enemies, I guess.
But is it like first person? Is it what?
I think it's third person.
It's definitely third person.
Yeah.
But like is it like a co-op campaign? Is it like multiplayer online modes? Like, is it meant to be this like always online multiplayer game, or is that just supposed to be a component of it? And like, it's talking about like they're gonna release the story over the course of years.
Yeah, I don't.
And I don't understand what it is. Like I'm
also, apparently they just start by killing Captain America. Like apparently that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, he's definitely gonna come back to life. But anyway,
it's a comic. It's a comic origin. It's basic stuff. They always come back to life.
Yeah, I'm interested because I want to play as the Avengers, and that could be really fun. Like having like a 4-person co-op and
that'd be so dope.
That'd be really cool.
Okay,
but it's just I don't know what it's going to be. I don't understand what this game is.
In terms of platforms that game is on, it's on the Google Stadia, which is interesting because I think the Stadia is a bit of a joke of a console.
What's the Google Stadia?
It's okay. Oh my god. Okay, that we can talk about. Like that is just that can be for a separate podcast. It is Google announced a console. It's literally terrible. That end of story. It's awful. Just don't.
That's 90% of it. Like Stadia is a terrible idea.
Don't even give it peace of mind. Seriously, it's. Oh my god.
$130.
It's literally just oh god. It hurts to talk about. But. In terms of,
it's not good. It's really bad.
But okay. Honestly, you guys just put a bad taste in my mouth. We're moving on to Nintendo. I don't care. I don't want to. I'm so dude. The Stadia gets me so. Wow. All right.
Okay.
Nintendo. All right. So first thing comes first. Breath of the Wild 2. Dude. Nico, did you play the first Breath of the Wild? I know Jay, you have.
Wait, okay, sorry. I want to go back to either A Day or Ultimate Alliance. What the characters' faces and armor look awful.
Oh, I mean, yes, Jay, you. Oh my God, my point is yes, you're right. They both look like the Stadia, the Avengers, the Ultimate Alliance. They're all just so bad.
Salaar just wants to talk about Nintendo so bad.
No,
he's suffering right now. I'm not doing it.
No, honestly, it's not just that, but like also like I mean, we can talk about Ultimate Alliance 3 because like that was also in the Nintendo Direct. It looks so bad. Care. It looks so terrible. Like it. Oh my god, it looks so.
I love Ultimate Alliance.
Oh, for sure. Like the game's franchise is awesome, but like it literally looks like a freaking PS2 game. Like Ultimate Alliance 3.
Are you saying that's a bad thing?
It's not. No, but it looks like it's so like it looks like a flash game you'd play online or like a mobile game. Like literally, it's insane. And I'm like, are you serious?
It's also not that hard to make a good looking game.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
And like it was so funny in the Nintendo Direct, they dedicated like an entire gigantic segment to it, like of it coming on the Switch, and like no one cared. Like like if you watch like anybody's like reaction videos, like discussions, like no one even mentioned it, dude. It's so lame.
Okay, can we get to Nintendo now? Because I know
Yeah.
Salaar wants to talk about it.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
so Breath of the Wild 2, Nico, did you play the first Breath of the Wild?
I still need to finish it.
But you played some
This,
of it, right?
literally
I-
this. Oh my
I-
god.
I got like close to the end,
Mhm.
and I tried. I think it's like the castle section, and
Yeah.
I tried once going in, and I was like, wow, my stuff's really under leveled, and I was like, do I want to invest the time to keep on
Mhm.
to get better gear and then finally do this? Nah, I put it down.
I mean, but I mean, I'm personally really excited for like a sequel to the game because Breath of the Wild, the first one was like it was really an experience, dude. Like the gameplay for that game is just it's something really
It's-
incredible. It's
fantastic. Yeah.
it's amazing. Like it's
Yeah.
there's no game that feels like it, you know?
Although I hope that they like reevaluate the weapons breaking mechanic.
Oh, for
I-
sure.
Did not like that. Okay.
Absolutely.
I just don't like the
Mhm.
idea that you can have this amazing thing that you've been working towards for so long, and then it just breaks,
Yeah,
and you
no.
can't get it back.
Dude,
Mhm.
that is so. I absolutely agree. Like there are like a lot of stuff in Breath of the Wild. That, like I think they did like really well. Like the whole like stamina system of like being able to climb like anything. Like that's awesome, you know. But
Mhm.
like yeah, like there are a few things that like just bothered me a lot. Like first of all, yeah, the weapon breaking system. Why was that like why were they so fragile? Like why did you like hit things 3 times and like your steel sword was unusable? And I'm like, okay, what?
It's literally a piece of metal.
yeah.
Like that's not that
Yeah,
complicated.
literally. And also like the whole like the runes were like really like kind of boring. Like there's just a rune that just made bombs. Like that was it. There's like a rune that moved metal things. Like
yeah,
like,
I think
yeah.
they could have added more runes or like
Yeah, or like
more-
more interesting runes, you know, like be able to like maybe cast some kind of spells or like, you know, like enchant items or like whatever, you know, like or you can just like make like right now you can just make like blocks of ice and like you
Bottom
can
line, Nintendo, give this guy a job. He'll do a great job for you. It'll really help.
like I don't know. It's I don't know. I just wish
I
they
think,
like
I think they just need to add in more variety. I think
Mhm.
I mean like I'm afraid to criticize it because
Oh no, I
Why?
mean, yeah.
because it's Breath of the Wild. I think it perfected what an open world could be.
Oh yeah.
But I just think
you're right.
I think in terms of like what were the shrines and the
Yeah.
runes and sort of that and just the puzzles in
Mhm.
general,
Yeah.
I feel like it could have used a
Yeah.
bit
Like,
more
Variety. Yeah.
variety, not in terms of like I need to choose
No,
my
no,
words
no.
carefully.
What I was gonna say was
Not variety in terms of like because I do feel like there is a lot of variety in terms of the puzzles, but just like
environment.
more interesting, yeah, different like sort of powers
Mm-hmm.
and
So you're saying you
element-
want more
elements-
diversity in the game, like
More, like-
diversity of concept.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess like more different elements in terms of like powers and ways to interact with the world to go about solving these
Yes.
puzzles.
So what I was
yeah.
gonna say was that like you actually brought up a good point. What I was gonna say was I really hope the sequel has like proper like actually interesting dungeons, right? Because like all we got in
Yeah.
this game were just like the dungeons, quote unquote, were just like big shrines. That's all they were.
They were-
You know
they
what I
were, like-
mean? Like
Hmm?
yeah,
Oh, are
like,
you talking about like the
beasts,
what were
yeah.
they? The beasts.
yeah.
Those were I like those.
Yeah, they were like fun,
But,
but like the again they had like no personality. Like you cannot like tell me like one from another. You know what I mean? Like I know there was the camel one and there was like the bird one, right? But like
Yeah, that's fair.
you know what I mean? Like I mean like in previous Zelda games they had like you know the fire temple, like Jabu Jabu's belly, like the stone tower temple, the city in the sky, right? Like they had so much more like personality and like they had like their own interesting like gimmicks and like aspects to them. You know what I mean? And so like I hope we
Yeah.
get like proper Zelda dungeons in the sequel. You know?
let's not wail on Breath of
Yeah,
the Wild too much. We
that's true.
like let's take a step
Why
back
not?
for 1 second. Just say
Is Breath of the Wild immune to criticism?
Yes. No.
No.
Let's take a step back and just say, overall, it's really good. Like this
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
is
for
just
sure.
nitpicking.
Yeah,
This
like
is
yeah,
nitpicking.
no, you're right. You're
No,
right.
this
It
is
is
peak
nitpicking.
nitpicking. I
Yeah.
entirely agree.
Yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
yeah.
I think there definitely is stuff that
Yeah.
they can minor improvements they can
Mhm.
make in the second one.
If
Did
there's
you-
one more thing I'd like from the sequel, is more Zelda involvement. Like now that she's not like dead, like I want to see more of her. She's so cute
I mean,
and
she
like
wasn't
smart.
dead before either. She was just
She-
basically
she-
dead for the sake of
She's just
plot.
taking a long sleep.
But yeah, like now that she's like actually like
Um,
literally awakened in the story, like I want to see more of her. She's awesome.
I want to ask you guys about this. Did you guys hear? Apparently, they said that's going to be darker than Majora's Mask.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah,
Bruh.
That's surprising because Majora's Mask like straight up had
Yeah.
like children dying. Like it
like
I mean, that's not that dark though.
like the dip into darkness from Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, kind of what I'm getting the vibe of,
yeah,
is going to be a similar dip from like Breath of the Wild to the sequel,
dude, that's
except it's going to
crazy.
get even darker than what Majora's Mask
Dude,
was.
that's
which,
actually, that's actually
I'm
kind
down
of
for it.
scary because
To be clear though, I think the way Majora's Mask did children dying wasn't necessarily that dark.
I guess I mean like
Alluding to it is not the same thing as directly stating it.
yeah, I mean like the whole like idea of like your death looming over you like is like also just like kind of like really dark.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
no, that was okay. I feel like tonally Majora's Mask was just offbeat, like
Oh,
really
yeah.
offbeat.
but like, that's kind of the beauty of it, and like if they can like replicate like that sort of like feeling of like uncanny like
Mhm.
unsettling like nature to like that would be like a really awesome feel for like an open world game, you know? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Can we get Ben drowned but worse?
God,
God.
Ben drowned
But
actually a thing.
Speaking
Okay.
speaking of super epic open world games, Animal Crossing. Why do people
I don't
care
care.
about
I
this
don't
Why are
game?
we
care.
talking
Why are
about
we
Animal
talking about
Crossing?
Literally,
Can we
okay,
not talk about Animal
yes,
Crossing?
all right.
Please.
No, because
Okay.
people are gonna get mad if we don't. Okay, Animal Crossing is fun for
no,
girls.
shut up.
That's
Talk
it.
to your girlfriend about it. I don't
No,
care. I don't
literally, it's so lame. Okay, please, yes. Comments, don't ask us to talk about Animal Crossing. If you want to play Farming Simulator, play Harvest Moon. And even then, don't play a farming simulator. Play an actual game. Like,
What's that game that's apparently actually good? Stardew Valley? Yeah, play that.
yeah, like
Stardew is also kind of overrated.
yeah, like the whole point
I've
is
watched way
dude,
too much
play-
Stardew for what's
Play
all
that
there.
instead of Animal Crossing.
yeah.
though.
The
Yeah,
whole
no, that's fair.
the
Yeah,
whole
play
point
instead of
is
Animal Crossing.
if you want to play video games, don't play the games of stuff you can just do in real life. You know what I mean? Like if you want
I
to like
mean, okay, but GTA, come on now.
okay, yes,
Like,
that,
why would anyone
that,
play
that
GTA?
you can do in real life legally. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Um,
that's a big distinction to make. It's a
I'm
pretty
throwing out-
important distinction.
Yeah.
I'm
but,
throwing out Smash Ultimate right now. I'm just gonna do that.
oh my god, dude! Smash Ultimate.
Okay, can I just say the fact that Banjo uses Kazooie as a freaking weapon is amazing.
Dude, okay, but like, can we like just like actually just acknowledge that like we got two like huge third party like Smash character announcements in one direct? Like,
What? Who?
like the
Wait, what's the second
no
one?
the Dragon Quest hero.
Yeah.
He's coming
What?
to Smash. Yeah, like the
Oh, I
like,
didn't know about this.
yeah the Dragon Quest protagonist is coming to Smash. Like four different Dragon Quest protagonists.
I
And,
don't know, man. Goku isn't in Smash, so I don't think I'll be able to get DLC. Like,
No, but like I honestly like I'm like I don't know. I'm really like, a huge fan of like either of these characters. Like I don't have like a personal connection to them, but like they both look like really cool. Like gameplay wise, like they look awesome. They look like so accurately represented. And the cool thing about the Dragon Quest one, the hero is that like he has four alternate costumes that are all like Dragon Quest heroes from like different games. You know what I mean?
So basically, it's like if they made Marth, Roy,
And then
Crom, and Ike into the same character.
Yeah, like literally, if they just made them all like alternate costumes of each
Good.
other, and like
Good.
I mean, yeah, like Marth, Roy, Crom, and Lucina could all literally just be one character, but like no, they should, yeah.
No, here let's add two characters that are broken and two that are bad because
No, but like no, like I think it is like kind of wild to see like the Dragon Quest character in Smash, because like that game like that franchise isn't really popular here in the States. I know it's like super like popular in Japan.
weeb, freaking weeb.
I mean I've only played one of the games out of like the 11 there are. So like I get
Most
it.
people said 0 though, so I rest my case. Weeb.
That is fair. But like, I mean, I'm glad Japan finally got like a character they like that like for them. But like America also did in Banjo. Like no one in Japan has like played a Banjo game. Like I'm pretty sure like Banjo like Tooie didn't even come out there. That might be
Yeah.
inaccurate. But like my point is like yeah, like Banjo like is like it's a purely American like franchise, you know. So like both countries sort of got their character. But do either of you guys have like a connection to either of these characters?
Not really. I mean, okay, Banjo-Kazooie is funny because he's using Kazooie as
Yeah.
a sword.
Yeah, and he
That's
uses him as a
awesome.
gun. He uses him as like a literal like weapon. Like he uses him as like a freaking gun to shoot eggs. He
He
uses
just
him as
beats
a
him.
he beats
It's
people.
so-
Yeah, honestly it's an abusive. It is scary. I think we need to call like some protective services. Like dude, like no, but, like, honestly, but I will say Banjo-Kazooie like the actual like character like looks so gorgeous in game. Like the animations and like how the character is represented. Like I feel like if I was a Banjo-Kazooie fan, I'd be like really happy with how they did him. You know what I mean?
Wait, you mean you're not a Banjo-Kazooie fan? You didn't want Banjo in the game
No,
the
no,
entire time?
I mean like I only played like a little bit of Banjo 1. Like I didn't play Banjo 2E. I didn't like, you know, I'm not super like nostalgic or connected to the franchise, right? So like I wasn't like okay he needs to be in the game, but like like now that he's in here and like I see like how well he fits, I'm happy. I'm really happy with the addition. I think it's really awesome.
Oh, I just want to say, is there a sequel to Banjo-Tooie, or is that just like not a thing? Is it the last
No,
Banjo-Kazooie game?
yeah. They have like spin-off games. I think they have like Banjo Kart and like they have like other like spin-offs, but like there's no official third like Banjo mainline game. But yeah, I mean, I'm just still like sort of like I'm still like surprised that they revealed two huge third-party characters in one direct, right? Like they could have easily like spread those out over like multiple directs, and but like I'm honestly like props to Nintendo. Like that's a big brain move right there. I mean honestly, in my opinion, they won E3. Like
I mean, that's also because Smash is just super popular and good.
That's true. Like, I mean, like any Smash announcement is already gonna tip like E3, like sort of, you know, heavily towards Nintendo. But like, I mean, I don't know. I think they just sealed it like two really awesome characters, along with like some pretty decent like you know game reveals in between, like you know Cans of Hyrule dropping on Friday, like some more Pokemon Sword and Shield information, some you know, I mean, Animal Crossing news for people who
Okay,
care.
can I just say, okay, is Sword and Shield like on topic for this? Because if it
sure.
is,
It's about E3 and
why does it not have all the Pokemon?
Oh yeah. Oh Nico, did you hear about this?
Actually, we don't
What?
know if it doesn't have all the Pokemon. It's limited to national decks only, but I doubt the region has all the Pokemon.
No. They confirmed Nico. Pokemon Sword and Shield isn't gonna have every Pokemon in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not gonna play it, so I don't care. But
like
What? No.
but yeah, like the
hot take, Pokemon, for me
God.
personally is.
Oh God,
not
Nico.
fun.
Oh my God.
All right, but first of all, change my mind. If they if they were to just like prank us and add all the Pokemon to the decks, that'd be funny.
Dude,
Like-
honestly, they need to get that together. Like that is no excuse. I'd rather the game be delayed. Like they did with Animal Crossing, they delayed it till like 2020 and everybody was so sad. I'm like, shut up. I'd rather the game be like complete and like really good and solid. And like they delay it, seriously. Like that is so lame that like the tagline of the series is gotta catch them all. No, now it's gotta catch like some of them. Like literally.
Yeah, well, I think the next game in the series will have.
Yeah,
Um,
or they gotta like add them in like a huge patch or like a 2.0 update, you know?
Oh, speaking of huge things,
Oh God,
Dynamax.
Huge.
Dynamax.
Dynamax.
Yeah, dude. The fact that Wooloo, the sheep Pokemon, can be gigantic, is like.
Okay, can Yamper be gigantic? The
Oh yeah,
corgi?
the new electric corgi that they revealed. All right, side
my
note,
God, it's
Impidimp.
so cute.
Impidimp is a disgusting monster. It literally looks
Yeah.
like a Dragon Quest enemy that needs to be murdered by the hero. Like, it's disgusting. But yeah, the electric corgi is like it's too cute and like
Yeah, so is
Like
Blue literally rolls away when it's afraid. It is.
that is a mood right there. That is an embodiment
Yeah.
of the mood.
I mean, not for you, but that's okay.
But I mean, overall, this E3, everybody's saying like it sucked. Honestly, it wasn't bad. I was a fan of it overall. I think we got some like pretty cool reveals. I think we got like some nice information. Like,
it was better than previous years. People are just butthurt that Sony wasn't there to show off
speaking
Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Sony not being there is kind of an oof.
yeah, I mean, who really cares, dude? Like, Sony is doing well enough that they don't need to be there, right? Like, and it's not like E3 is the only place Sony can like show off new games or information, right? It's like honestly, just whatever. Like, shut up and play on your PS4.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, PS4 is only valid because of the exclusives, though.
Yeah,
That's
like literally, it
Yeah.
yeah. But
Sure.
like, yeah, like. Overall, I thought E3 was pretty good. I think Nintendo
Yeah.
did win though, like just barely. I mean, I not even just barely. Like, I thought CD Projekt Red had they were like part of like the Microsoft conference, right?
I
Or
think
did they
so.
have did they have their own?
I don't know. The point
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
CDPR also did well.
Yeah, they also did well. I think
They're
Bethesda.
part of Microsoft, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean Microsoft's was actually like pretty decent. Like usually they're not great, but like Microsoft like Game Pass for PC is pretty cool. The Halo collection coming
Yeah.
to PC is pretty cool.
Just
Project Scarlet like might end up being like okay for Xbox fans. Like it wasn't bad.
Looking at our list at like every press
Mhm.
conference, it just seems like every one had like an actual good thing and then an oof, and the
Yeah.
only one that had no oofs was Nintendo, so by default they win.
Yeah, like
I
yeah,
mean,
like,
okay,
you're
but
right.
their oof is Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
Like
I-
having
well,
an
well,
Animal
well,
Crossing game is an
Well,
automatic.
if you
Come
want
on
to say
now.
that, then I mean their oof is just an entire portion of the population that we
Yeah,
just need to
that's-
eliminate.
that's true,
That we just need
dude.
to eliminate.
Animal Crossing is so boring. I'm sorry to all our Animal Crossing fans out there because I know there are so many of you for
There
whatever
are like
reason.
3 of you, okay?
But, like,
he's messing
No,
around.
no, there are
3 of
so
you.
many Animal Crossing fans, so many degenerates who love that freaking game. Oh my god, dude! Imagine literally just playing a game where you like live, like,
Okay, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people play The Sims. I don't know why, but they do.
But yeah, I mean, so do you guys
Okay.
have any final thoughts? Like anything yeah.
Before we sign off, I just want to ask us all to appreciate the bean from Watch Dogs one last
Oh
time.
God. I will put a link to the bean from Watch Dogs in the description, like a Google Photos link, so that all of you can go see it, because
So-
it is something.
It's literally just like white.
So our
It's
next
not what it
gaming
looks like.
episode, right? Our next gaming episode is gonna be what?
Gamers.
Overwatch, right?
I honestly we might end up doing an Overwatch episode. We'll have to see though. But yeah, I mean we can probably do Overwatch because I mean I think BlizzCon's coming up soon. So I mean maybe we can like hold off Overwatch until then.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll end up seeing. But
We'll probably decide the morning of.
well, regardless, very much hope you guys enjoyed episode 3, and so next episode, as you guys know, will be a movie episode. We're still in the process of deciding what we're gonna do. But hope you guys are
You
excited
want
for
to pop
that.
some possible ideas out?
No,
No,
yeah.
not on stream.
Not on stream, yeah, I know later, but
yeah.
still.
Oh yeah, for sure. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe, share, like, etc. Comment possible topics. Join the Discord. Yeah. Anyways,
To be entirely transparent, the whole like reading the comments or possible topics is not something that really happens, but we'll get to it.
yeah,
possibly.
we'll try. But all right, guys. JSN Podcast signing off.
See ya.